everybody, it's Lynette from Movers and Shapers, and we're doing another Cooking with Lynette video, and today we're making Mexican seafood soup. It's great for detox, and it's so easy, but before I get all into that, it's fine. Hitting the ground running, make sure you subscribe to my channel, make sure you like this video, please turn on post notifications, and follow me on all our social media, Movers and Shapers, on Facebook and Instagram, and my website's all down below. All right, so we're gonna get started. Super easy, and it's so good. And this is my goal with all these cooking videos, is that you know you can eat well, you can eat healthy food and still be satisfied. Like, love it. I don't know where, the idea came about that eating healthy means it's not tasty, because that's not true. So that's what I'm here to show you. So this starts with some spicy V8. And again, I like things spicy. You can modify all this. You can do regular V8 and then add your own spice. I do spicy V8 and I add spice. So I like it spicy. And you just put that in and make it a relatively large amount, because we're going through detox this week and I want a lot of it. And I might share a little with my producer, maybe. Okay, so you start that. Get that warming up, and then you're going to add 2 tomatoes. This is how I chop tomatoes. I have no comments on how my husband chops tomatoes. Even though honestly, I think he does that weird too. But anyway, and I just dice them up. We did a little shopping with Lynette video. Diced tomatoes is not something you can find in the produce section. But when it comes to other things, it's not the worst. And again, because during this detox week, you're so busy doing other things, you want to keep it as simple as possible, so that's fine. It does lose a little nutritive value. But you'll also, in this video, see that I'm using canned green chilies. I did roast my own jalapenos for this, but you've got to do what works for you. It's like when people say, what's the best workout? Okay, look, now I'm cutting this one differently too. Just to confuse you. What's the best workout? It's whatever works out for you. It's whatever workout that you will do consistently every single day. Well, same with cooking. If you need to make some modifications to make it doable for you, do it. The point is, make yourself some healthy food. And the reason I make a lot of it is then you only have to make it once and it's there all week. I use the ends. Some people will tell you, get rid of the seeds and the juice and all that. I like it, so I think it just adds to it. Adds more natural flavor. I always get tomatoes on the vine. I think they're tastier. In summer, get your tomatoes from a farmer's market. And sadly, the better tasting vegetables do cost a little bit more. Stuff that's on sale. Half this produce is ripened in a warehouse, not even ripened on the vine, which is sad, but it's why we eat as fresh as we do, because it's better than all the other processed foods. Just have to be aware, and you need to be aware of what's good. It's pointless to buy avocados, organic avocados, because there's a skin, or bananas. Yes, some of the chemicals can be leached into the fruit through the growing process. But generally, the rule of thumb is if it has a skin on it, that's one that doesn't have to be purchased organic. Some of the ones that you do want to get organic, because they're horrible with pesticides, are the little seedy things like strawberries, raspberries. Then there's more. If you go to my website, actually, I don't know if I have it on there anymore. I'll put it on, the Dirty Dozen, the best 12 and the worst 12. So it was 2 tomatoes. It's going to be very thick and chunky. I just toss it in. I probably, you're just warming this up. This isn't something that has to be boiling. So, but now that we're adding a little bit more cold veggies, I'll turn it up a little bit, maybe to 8. Okay, next I'm going to be putting in some scallions, some green onions, and I use the whites and the greens. I do not use the little scrubbing bubbles, so they remind me of. All right. Make sure you get the outer little thing off. Outer skin. And depending on how much you like onions is going to depend on how much you put in. I like onions, so I think I'm probably going to be putting a good amount in. And you can always put a smaller amount in the soup and then add more as a garnish. Now, because we're detoxing and we're doing no dairy, there will not be any sour cream garnishing the soup, but outside of detox, that's a great garnish. I might need to put more than this in there. Do a few more onions here because I like a little more than that. And then I'm going to season it up with some of my favorite seasonings. I like things spicy, so I'm going to be adding a little more Tabasco. And then I use an Arizona seasoning or a Southwest seasoning that I found that I love. And do a Southwest seasoning that I found that I love. And do that too. Seasonings can change a meal. You know that I make a detox soup. Don't know if you've seen that video. Look for it. We started out plain so you can season it differently every day. So get adventurous with your seasonings and flavorings, because that can change one recipe 7 times. Okay, so now we've got the onions in there. Now I'm adding a can of green chilies. And again, bought it out of a can. If you like to cook, roast them. Roast the chilies like I did with my jalapenos, which come next. And I'm only going to put 2 in. And I roast these in my air fryer. You can also just put them in a pan in the oven, maybe 375 for 10 minutes. Here I pull the seeds out. Not because there's anything wrong with them, but because they sometimes are hard to chew. I'm not going to get real crazy about the seeds. Put those over there. And chop this up. I don't know how spicy these are. And that's funny too. Jalapenos used to be spicy. Now sometimes they taste just like green peppers. So it's always kind of a little risky because I haven't tried these. But like I said, we don't mind a little spice. And you can chop them bigger if you like hunkier. I'm just giving you the ideas. You can personalize your own. And I hope you guys start cooking. And some people might also take the skin off. I'm all about easy. If you want to do all that work, do it. Not me. I just wanted to throw the stuff together and eat it. Okay, looking good. Next is cilantro. And again, this is a great garnish. I'm just going to put a little bit in there because it's yummy. And it's good cooked in too. You know what I mean? It gives it a little extra flavor. You want a little bit of it cooked in there and a little fresh. Wish you could smell this to the camera. And I'm starving today because I'm participating in the detox the class is doing. So I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have some of this. Okay, we'll put that in there. And now I'm going to put the seasonings in. Arizona Dreamin'. Sprinkle a little of that. I'm going to put more in after I pull Sarah's out. And last but not least, the seafood. Shrimp and imitation crab. And I'm actually going to cut these little shrimps up so they're more bite-sized with all the other chunky. And this just has to be warmed through. These are cooked already. So this is a soup that you can make and eat in what? I think I did this in 10 minutes. And I bought pre-cooked shrimp from the deli, but make your own. It can be bigger shrimp. It can be smaller shrimp. You could do real crab. You could do mussels, oysters, clams. You can put whatever you want in here. It used to be just shrimp soup, but I just added the crab, now making it a seafood. Just to give it a little bit more, a broad appeal, in case somebody doesn't like shrimp or someone doesn't like crab. And this is gonna be hard to believe, but I usually put a little vodka in here, and I forgot it. Detox messes with your mind. Kidding, don't put vodka in your soup. What made me think of that? And today I'm wearing my Whispering Pine Lodge shirt. You will notice I'm always pretty casual. I do have my workout clothes underneath here, but it's a little chilly. It's like 0 here in Milwaukee. Freezing day. And this is where we vacation every year with the family, have for 30 years. So shout out to Whispering Pine Lodge. All right, shrimp's been added. Add the surimi. You don't want to overcook this surimi either. Okie dokie, that's it for the Mexican shrimp soup. Now I am going to put it in a bowl and garnish it. In my little fancy schmancy serving. Alrighty folks, there you have it. Mexican seafood soup. If you like this video, the best thing you could do is share it with someone. I would really appreciate that if you think somebody else would like it. But for sure, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and I always say turn on post notifications, and then follow us on social media. Everything's down below, including the recipe. Have a great day.